good quote that I heard from actually Charlemagne the God. He said that God doesn't bless someone who they think they are, but they bless someone who they definitely is. I don't know if you know what that means.
It's who you're gonna be as opposed to who you are.
Yeah. So a lot of people have been faking their jack. That's a lot of people have been faking who they are.
Faking the funk.
Faking the funk. So it's one of those things that I always have to tell people, you can't fake who you are at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can't fake who you are. You got to be who you are. So as I said before, God don't bless who you pretend to be, but God bless you to be who you are. Right. And that's what happened to Derrick Jaxn.
And not to get away from that real quickly. I mean, you're gonna you're gonna go in depth into that, but look at Tiger Woods, right? We thought he was this holy, fine, straight line type of person, golfer, and then look at all like the
craziness
that he went through with the wife way back in the day with cheating, the sexual addiction he had. But we didn't think he was that guy, but when somebody tells you who they are, you got to believe them. So Derrick Jaxn is another person who's at this point in the news because he's trying to tell us who he is. We got to believe him. I'm saying raise up with the beat right there. Yeah.
So my thing is with him, especially the crazy thing about him, and a lot of people, they women especially, they thought he was the perfect guy.
So I'll be honest with you. I don't know a lot about Derrick Jaxn, right? I mean, the way I've heard of his name before, he's a big YouTuber. I know he has a lot of literature out there, books, trying to essentially guide people, guide relationships to where, he feels this is the best way to make couples, work at it, become better couples, and a lot of it, at least some of it that I saw was kind of showing the woman how to be able to empower themselves and then to make sure that the dude can realize that they have somebody special in who she is. And he's trying to empower the female and say, hey, show him, this is how you show him that you're a person that needs to be valued, right?
Yeah. But the problem is he's kind of a hypocrite.
Yeah.
A big hypocrite.
Yeah.
You can't. So you're telling me everybody thought he was perfect.
Yeah.
And then his little baloney ass excuse. Hey, at first he was denying it, saying that he didn't have no sex with any of the ladies. Then guess what?
He had a lot of sex.
Hey, you saw the interview?
I did see the interview with the wifey. Yeah. I mean, she looked a little bit like uncomfortable. Didn't look like she was ready to do that interview. It actually wasn't an interview to do like that video, that post. It didn't seem like she was prepared, like he was prepared.
He was basically telling the wife, "Hey, I've been knocking ankles down and eating ass all day." That's basically what he's saying.
Now, it came out a couple of days ago, maybe a day ago, is where this kind of got exploded on the internet. But this happened, I believe, last year. So all this situation already took place. It just kind of was out in the open in the last 24 hours. So she was already aware of this. And in that post that they did is where she kind of says, I understood what he did. I recognize what kind of person he was. I also realized that he's not the same person. He's been working at it. And now he's better. Yeah, he found God. So she's kind of trying to tell us that, hey, the dude that slept with those girls is not the same dude that I just took back, So she's trying to tell us, say, hey, I forgive him in a way,
But at the same time, he was promoting a book.
Of course, which is kind of spineless is not the word I can think of, but at the end, for all you viewers out there, there's a video on YouTube where he essentially critiques that post, that him and his wife did, and at the end, he pretty much does a plug. He pretty much at the end says, hey, get my book, and
he promoted a book.
He promoted a book at the end. So
cheating on his wife while his wife had a bonnet. He should have told his wife to take off the bonnet. I don't know what was he thinking. The girl had a bonnet. Why did you put on that bonnet?
Probably the image, the wholesome wife that say, hey,
you know what bonnet is? You know what bonnet is when you're about to have a little love making with your lady. And she put that bonnet on. That means when she put that bonnet on, that means no love making at all.
Oh, you mean you come into the crib, You're expecting something. She got the bond, and you're already thinking like, I messed up something.
Might have to be Pamela today.
Yeah, I'm looking at the clock. It ain't that time.
Yeah. It's definitely not that time. When your girl got the bonnet on,
yeah,
it ain't that time.
Yeah, definitely not.
It ain't that time.
Definitely not. But I will say for her, she did stand by her man as far as like her saying, "Hey, I'm gonna stay with him." Hey,
black men don't cheat, huh?
Saying Beyonce stood by Jay-Z, and that shit came out on the full out track.
Beyonce sing her ass. She almost sing away from that because you know how many guys would line up for Beyonce.
That's what I'm saying. But Beyonce was like, "Hey Jay or Sean, hey, let's rework this out. Let's work this out." We just talked about Sweetie Quavo. You know what I mean? Hey, Offset, Cardi B, they redid it. So for them too,
they're not coming back. Cardi B and Offset was different. They got a child too. Yeah, they have a child.
They got culture.
What they married or they engaged?
They're engaged, but they got a daughter. They got culture. So for them, there is that connection that they're gonna have for life. You know, past 18.
You think Cardi B's a little freak?
I think Cardi B's a freak.
Shit,
what?
Like her vagina probably like.
Is the water wet? Like, what do you
mean? Why would you want to cheat on Cardi?
Well, you know, we talk about Tiger, was all we want, and we can talk about why he did what he did. But what happens is that when you're in that limelight, you could do whatever you are. Sometimes you feel you're invincible.
You get that free vagina.
When I was like probably 17, I think, somewhere, I was still in high school at the time. I remember going to a bookstore, right? And I like to read, so I remember I actually went to the aisle. There was a book on LL Cool J. And I wasn't going to buy the book, but I was like, I'm going to read a few chapters as much as I can until the dude says, do you need help or anything? Anyway, I'm reading through chapters about LL Cool J, and I remember one of the chapters I read was him on the road, and he said that after a concert, there would be a lot of groupies out there, right? And LL, you know, this is the truth.
LL.
Right? After a concert, there would be a lot of groupies, and he would go out there, he would pick like maybe one or two, tell like whoever the security let him back. You should take him to the back and then smash right in the back. One in that book, he said one of them, when she got to the back and he was, lift it up, do that thing, the chick was pregnant. But he still went forward with it because you're invincible. You don't care. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So when it comes to Offset, Tiger Woods, whoever, Quavo, who knows, allegedly, is that when you're on that pedestal, you can do no wrong. You're the king. You know what I'm saying?